guys, it's me again, Fly with me FPV, and what I have here is the CADDX Turtles or Turtle um, cameras, HD and FPV camera. So I have here on the left is version 1 and this is version 2. I'm just gonna go quickly on the obvious difference by just looking at it, and I will also, well, you can find this out online, but I'll do a side-by-side on the difference on the spec sheet. So clearly, what is the first thing that kind of stands out is finally this sort of the hole placement on V1. If you notice, like, I don't know what happened here, but it's just, anyways, I don't want to go over that. It's just you can't mount this properly on a frame using that bolt pattern. It just doesn't work. One is off, or if you follow the other one, it'll be crooked. So that's been addressed here on V2. If you notice the the bolt pattern, or the hole pattern, sorry, it's symmetric. So this will be perfect if you're mounting this on a on a frame that has a 20 by 20 hole pattern. Perfect. Another thing is if you look at the PCB or the board, it's, I mean, I've looked at this even with a magnifying glass, it's pretty similar. Actually, it's probably identical. The only thing that is different on V2 is this microphone, which is, I'm really excited in testing on how this would sound. Like, we all know that the run cam has a not so nice audio when you're recording your flight video. So this is, I'm gonna really focus on this and see how audio is being recorded by this microphone. Another thing is this ribbon cable here on V2. They wrapped it with some sort of a shrink tube. I think it's shrink tube. Just put it all together, because this one it's only one small one in the middle there. Here they pretty much covered the whole length of the ribbon cable. So that's another thing. Now, if you notice too, the size of the lens is different. So the V1 has a, it looks really similar. It's probably just the housing of the lens here that's bigger. But anyways, based on the spec sheet, it says that it's just the same. So we're gonna flip this over and then go to the other side. If you notice, again, it's identical or similar. What I noticed too is that the V1, how it holds the ribbon here, it's kind of different from the V2. Not that it really matters, but I just noticed that right away. So anyways, nothing really much. Even the size, I didn't even bother measuring these ones because I'm pretty sure it's the same. So it's just the microphone here, which is, has a wire in there, and the hole pattern or the position. This is really big because it's kind of very stressful when you're mounting the V1 and this hole pattern doesn't match. It doesn't make sense. So they figured that out here. That's a good touch, wherein they held all the little ribbon cables together. And yeah, really keen on, excited actually on testing this microphone and how the sound recorded when you're flying would sound like. So anyways, yeah, that's from just looking at it, that's the difference between the CADDX Turtle or Turtles V1 and V2. Alright, let's quickly go to the spec sheet. And again, the left side is for V1 and then the right side is V2. Now, there's really not much difference. And I thought this frame per second video resolution on V2, it has a 1080 at 30 frames per second. I think they probably just forgot to add this on V1, because I checked the settings and I saw it is also available on V1. So not a big deal, because both of them have the same resolution options. Now, the biggest thing for me is V1 is recording a .mov file, and the V2 is MP4. I like MP4 better. Maybe it's just me because, you know, of the video editing software that I use, but it's very challenging for me to work with .mov files. So I really like that now V2 is MP4. Now, other than that, I don't see any, you know, significant difference other than the audio that was added on V2. So anyways, that is the difference from the spec sheet. Now let's look at some flight videos, and you tell me, you know, what you think about the audio recording now on the V2.